All right, hi everyone. This is the Chapter 2 ISN setup for Slytherin. So you will need a couple of things. You're going to need your ISN. You're going to need your packet. It should say Chapter 2 Vocabulary, Fractions, Decimals, and Percents at the top. You will need a pair of scissors, a glue stick or glue bottle, a pen or pencil, and you are also going to need this orange sheet of paper that says is of on one side and part whole equals percent over 100 on the other side. Okay, this you will need last, so just hold on to it. Okay, so you're going to take your packet. As you can see, it has a staple, top left-hand corner. Okay, you're going to cut the packet straight down the middle. Okay, you can just cut the entire packet, so you'll have two packets. Okay, so once you've cut your packet, you can put one to the side. You're going to take the staple out of your packet. So I'm taking the staple out. That's what I'm doing now. All right, now once you've gotten your staple out, we're going to start with the vocabulary page. Your vocabulary is going on page 24. Okay? So you're going to glue your vocabulary on page 24. Remember, you only need 4 things of glue, one in each corner. Okay, so you've glued your vocab on page 24. At the top, you're going to write Chapter 2 Vocabulary. Okay, you're going to write Chapter 2 Vocabulary at the top. Chapter 2 Vocabulary. Okay, and that was on page 24. All right, now you're going to leave 25 blank. Excuse me. Okay, now you're going to take the page that says decimals and fractions. Okay, that is going to be glued on page 26. Glue that on page 26. Okay? So decimals and fractions goes on page 26. Okay. 27 is going to be left blank. Okay? Then on page 28, you're going to glue percents and fractions. Page 28, percents and fractions. So there it's glued in. Page 28. Leave 29 blank. On 30, you're going to glue percents and decimals. 30 is percents and decimals. Okay, there's percents and decimals. It is on page 30. 31 is going to be blank. All right, on page 32. You're going to glue one of the pages that says percents greater than 100% and percents less than 1%. It has problem 1 on it. You're going to glue that on page 32. Goes on page 32. The other one that says percents greater than 100% and percents less than 100%. It says problem 4. You're going to glue that to page 33. That one. Here, page 33. Okay, so I have 2 pages, 32 and 33. Okay, I'm going to turn the page. Now on page 34, you're going to glue compare and order fractions, decimals, and percents. Again, it has problem 1. You're going to glue that on page 34. Then on 35, you're going to glue the other one that says compare and order fractions, decimals, and percents. And that one has problem 3 on it. And this is going on page 35. Okay, so I have 34, page 35. All right, on page 36, you're going to have estimate with percents, where it says problem 1. Okay, that goes on page 36. Okay. Then on page 37, you're going to glue in the other one that says estimate with percents. It has problem 4 on it. Goes on page 37. Okay, so I have page 36, 36, and page 37. Okay. On page 38, you're going to have percent of a number. It's got this graph on it, so that's what you're looking for. Number 1 with the graph. That's on page 38. Okay. And then your other percent of a number starts with number 2. That's going to go on page 39. Okay, so I have percent of a number, 38 and 39. Okay. On page 40, you're going to have the one that says solve percent problems with a number 1. Solve percent problems. That goes on page 40. And then your other solve percent problems, the last white paper that you should have, it's got all the try it problems on. That goes on page 41. So you're going to glue that on page 41. So I have solve percent problems and then solve percent problems on 40 and 41. Okay, then on page 42, You're going to take your orange sheet of paper, okay? You see the dashed line. You're going to fold along the dashed line, okay? So I'm folding right along that line, okay? So now it looks like this. It's blank on both sides, right? I still have this. Now, you're going to take the part that you folded, you're going to flip it over, okay? So now the fold, the dotted line's on the inside, dashed line's on the inside. Okay, so this covers up, is of will cover up the part whole. Okay, then you're going to take it, flip it over so it's blank. You're going to glue it onto page 42. You're going to glue it onto page 42. Okay, so that I can use it just like that. See how it flips open? Okay, and that's on page 42. On page 43, you're going to glue your math menu, okay? So you can get that from me next. Now, you're going to go back to page, the very beginning. Okay, our table of contents, right? So on page 22, I have my math menu. For chapter 1. Okay. All right, now on page 24, I have to do it this way, I think. Okay, so on page 24, make sure everyone can read this. On page 24 is going to be chapter 2. Trying to write this around the podium, sorry. Chapter 2. Vocabulary. 24 is chapter 2, vocabulary. Okay. So that was page 24. On page 26 through 27 was decimals. And fractions. Page 26 through 27 was decimals and fractions. Okay. Then on page 28 through 29 was percents as fractions. 28 through 29 was percents as fractions. (30 through 31 was percents and decimals. Percents and decimals. 32 through 33 was percents greater than 100%, and percents less than 1%. Percents greater than 100 and percents less than 1%. Okay. Then I have 34 through 35. Was compare and order fractions decimals and percents. Compare and order fractions, decimals, and percents. Okay. I'm out of room. If you're not out of room, you can keep going on this space, but I'm going to go to the next page. Okay. So it's 35. Page 36 through 37 was estimate with percents. 38 through 40 is percent, sorry, 38 through 39 is percent of a number, percent of another number, 38 through 39, and then 40 through 42 is solve percent problems. Solve percent problems. And then page 43 is your chapter 2 math menu. So page 43, chapter 2 math menu. Okay. So make sure you have your table of contents completely filled out. Okay, you can go back, you can rewind, you can look at the table of contents again, make sure you have all of these in there. All right.